So, with the end piece, just want to cut it in half and then just dice it up. There you go. All done. Wonderful. I don't think I'm going to use too much onion for this. So, bowls. That's another issue for me, isn't it? We're using them all up for stuff. What I might do... Yeah, and get rid of the egg because I don't need that now. I've already panied enough stuff. That's safe there. That'll do. So I'm just going to give this a wash. Don't need the egg anymore. Very little in there anyway. That looks delish. Thank you, Yi Turtle or Yai Turtle. I think I need to get some glasses because I can't even read that from here. Ridiculous.
Remember everyone, do as chef says, not as he does.
Chef Big Dog, anything for views? Welcome back, my friend. How you doing? How's things doing with you, man? How's things? Hope you're doing well. Good to have you back, man. So, remember everyone, do as chef says and not what he does. Yeah, I know, right? That's been a big statement for today, for sure. How's things going, man? Hope you are doing well. Welcome back. Cooked tacos tonight. It was crispy. Awesome. What did you have in the tacos? Did you have any meat or any, like, salsas or anything? Or how did that turn out for you? Do you enjoy it? So we're going to add the spinach. I'm going to switch the cams over, so you can actually see what I'm doing. So I'm going to chuck this spinach in. I'm going to wilt it all off. Now, some of this spinach is slightly old, but it's not really going to matter because it's going to get all wilted down anyway. So, it's not too bad. Sounds this. I do like tacos. Tacos are very, very delicious and very tasty for sure. They are definitely probably one of my favourites. I don't know. I love all foods though. I love all foods. So this is on a high heat, so they're gonna kind of sweat down, cook down, so they're all nice and wilted. So this is not going to take long at all. And what we want to do, we want to drain this off, get all the moisture out of the spinach as much as we can. Chicken with guacamole, sour cream, some lettuce, semi-healthy. Oh, and some sweet chili sauce. Dude, that sounds really tasty for sure. Do like the sound of that. I think I need to do some tacos again at some point, don't I? For sure. I do like tacos. Maybe I'll do a different take on it. Awesome. So this is nice and cooked down now. I'm taking this off the heat because it's very hot. You don't really want to kind of burn it. But we're just wilting it down. Awesome. So that's all wilted down now. What I'm going to do is actually squeeze out as much of the spinach as much as possible. What you got boiling in the pan, side chef? I've got water going on the stove for asparagus, and then on the left is some celeriac with some almond milk unsweetened unroasted for a celeriac and mustard mash. So that's what we got going on for this. My housemate made the seasoning for the chicken. I don't know what it was, but it was great. Was there quite a few spices in there? Like, was it paprika and stuff like that, or maybe some different ones like a bit of garlic and stuff? Sounds delicious though, man. Sounds like a good meal for me. You know, sometimes even if it's not quite as healthy, I think it's better than definitely having a takeaway or you know, whatever. I mean, still homemade food is thumbs up from me for sure. Wanted to drain that off, didn't I? So, let's have a look. Get that squeezed out a little bit. Now, hang on. What did I want that for? I wanted that for the tartar, didn't I? I did. So it's okay, we got a bigger bowl here. Just want this to drain off slightly. So this is going to go with... I want it to be this as dry as possible. The reason for it, if it's too wet, it'll just seep out the filo pastry and it's just going to go everywhere. Now you're going to be asking me, oh yeah, but you haven't really seasoned it or anything. I haven't seasoned it yet, no. I will be adding some flavour to it later on, but not just quite yet. It was a spicy garlic, if that makes sense. Yeah, so it's probably garlic and paprika or maybe some Cajun spice. Sounds really good, my friend. You're coming here to the US. Congrats. I am Lazy Wool Destroyer. In Australia, it's cheaper to cook every night than go out to eat at Macca's or whatever. Yeah, I can imagine it's expensive. To be honest with you, I think if they did that here in our country, I think it would probably encourage people to start eating fresher more and eating at home, you know? I think that's how it should be, though, to be honest with you, because if you eat out all the time, it should be as a treat, so maybe, you know, you should be paying a little bit more when you eat out, but maybe that's just me, you know, whichever it is. But I think we should definitely be cooking a lot more at home. But I bet you thoroughly enjoyed it, though, 110%, and it sounds very good. So, that is awesome. Thumbs up from me, my friend. Put cumin, roasted garlic, paprika, little chili powder, parsley, and basil into my taco meat. That sounds damn good. Yeah, I love playing around with spice, especially fresh ones, and grinding them down as well, for sure. They do definitely make a huge difference, especially if you're grinding them down fresh, you know, in the pestle and mortar, and really smashing the hell out of the seeds and things. You get lots of flavour out of it. It's really delicious for sure. So just pushing out as much excess liquid as I can. So I'm going to leave that to kind of switch the cameras around now. So as you can see already, there's a lot of liquid that's come from it. So, you know, we're going to let that kind of drain off a little bit, and we're left with the rest of it. So what we're going to do, anyway, cooking home is much healthier. It certainly is. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like going out and that is, you know, you shouldn't do it. I mean, yeah, it's nice to go out maybe like once every 2 weeks, or, you know, maybe once a month. I think the last time I went out was probably when I went to see my girlfriend in December. So I think that's the last time I went out eating, to be honest with you. I can't remember me ever eating out any time between then and now. So yeah, I don't really go out too often. Much better than takeout. It certainly is. Fresh parsley. Ermagerd. What's Ermagerd? So tasty. Is that a type of herb, or? I don't recognise that name. I'm gonna use about half a shallot for the tartar sauce. So this is a healthier version of tartar sauce. I know you say it's with mayonnaise, but I'm using yogurt with mine. There is a way of doing it, so let's have a look. And gone. I'll use another onion. It's not much anyway. May as well use it up. So that water's coming up to boil, so I'm going to drop the asparagus in about a minute. That's pretty much, they are pretty much boiling, so what we're going to do, drop the asparagus now, and that's just going to take a minute, not even that, about a minute. So I'm going to take it off and then refresh it under cold water. So watch your fingers with this, keep your fingers straight, keep your thumb tucked behind your fingers, dice this up as much as possible. Mayo should be banned. How's it going, Captain James Derp? How are you doing? How are things with you? I'm surprised a lot of you say mayo is yucky. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like mayonnaise. I'll tell you what is nice, fresh mayonnaise, even though it's very unhealthy for you. But if I'm going to have mayonnaise, it's going to have to be fresh. I don't buy the jars, simply because it tastes better when you make it fresh. And second of all, if I buy it, I'd only have it for one day and I wouldn't eat it for ages, so it'd just go off. So I'm just better off just, you know, buying it, making fresh. So that's it for the asparagus. less than a minute. So it's nice and fresh and green. I'm going to put this under cold water now. So it stops that initial cooking. So we call it refreshing. So we put it under cold water and it's good to go. So leave it run under the cold water for about, I don't know, 2 minutes or so. So these are little baby capers. I'm going to dice these up or keep them whole. I'm going to dice these up. Don't want many. Got a few baby capers here. You can get normal capers if you want. They're not really high in any value. They're very low in salt. They're very low in sugar. Oh, it's not high. They're quite high in salt actually. Low in fat, low in saturates, low in sugar, but they're about 0.6 grams per 10 grams. So they're a little bit salty. So it's not too bad. I think it's just because it's been in a brine. When they brine things, they salt it. So that's why it's got quite a bit of salt. So I suppose you could wash it off, but if I'm using like a very small amount like this, I wouldn't even worry. Really wouldn't. That jar's about 50 grams anyway, so it's not exactly going to kill you.